U was the tougher team today. They were very physical from the jump. It bothered us. They were physical guarding the ball. They were physical guarding our ball screens. We weren't able to get to the basket, weren't able to get to the free throw line. They crushed us on the boards, and then they shot such a high percentage against us. So we didn't defend, we didn't rebound, we didn't really share the ball the way we normally do. You talk to the guys all the time and you warn them about the pitfalls and that any team's capable of beating you. You think because we're in first place, have a two-game lead on everybody else, we're on our home court, it's just going to happen. It doesn't work that way. And it bit us in the butt today, and we got a tougher one on Saturday coming up, so hopefully we'll get back and respond and get back to playing the right way.
And what are some of those adjustments that you do want to make for Saturday's game on what you saw tonight?
Got to be more physical defensively. I mean, we were just letting them get into the lane, and they were able to finish, and we weren't really walling up when they did drive it in there. So yeah, we got to be more physical defensively. We got to be more aggressive. Our communication has to be better. We gave some easy three-point shots early on to their best shooter. We talk over and over in the scout, can't let him shoot, can't let number 10 even get three-point field goal attempts, and we let him hit five in a row there in the first half. But, it is what it is. We stole 2 last week on the road, and but it's disappointing when you do that to drop 1 here at home.
And, you did force more turnovers than them, so, your defense was on that tonight, at least looking on some positive sides from that. So what do you kind of want to take from that into Saturday's game?
Yeah, we were having to press and double team them. It's not typically what we want to do, but because we were behind, we had to be a little bit more aggressive. But, we want to be able to get stops. We want to hold them under 40%. We weren't even anywhere close to doing that today, and because of that, yeah, we had to gamble a little bit more. But yeah, it just wasn't Troy basketball at all.
And talk to us about some of those calls. I know we're all kind of thinking that the refs were kind of not making some of those calls. So how did that kind of affect you guys tonight?
Yeah, for me, I don't want our guys even thinking about the calls. I want them to, I don't want them looking at the scoreboard. I don't want them complaining to the officials. I want to be the one that talks to the officials. Those are high-level officials. Those guys have officiated in Final Fours. They're not going to call the fouls unless it's obvious. And if you're begging for fouls, you're probably not going to get them. The aggressor's going to end up getting the foul calls.
You mentioned the defensive struggles, but offensively, what were your thoughts on this?
Wasn't very good. We didn't really share the ball. We just didn't really find our rhythm. It was one of those nights. It was similar to that West Georgia game earlier in the year, and just really disappointing. But you're going to have a couple of those each year. There's probably going to be 3 where you play phenomenal and everything you shoot. Like some of those shots they hit against us, we got a hand in the face and they still drain it. That was probably one of their 3, and this is one of our 3 bad ones. And it's part of basketball.
Saturday, y'all got out-state top 14 in the Sun Belt. What can you adjust from today's game to play against the
Just had to be way more physical. They're a really good offensive rebounding team. They had 2 post players that are monsters. I haven't watched a ton of them. Their guards can really shoot it. They're physical. They're one of the more aggressive, better defensive teams in the league. So, again, it's going to be a tough game, and we'll have to be a whole lot better than we were today to find a way to win.
And talk about just your bounce-back mentality. You had to do that a couple times this season. So how quick are you guys to kind of just put this in your rear view?
Yeah, I'll have to decide tonight whether I even show them any of this film and try and learn from it, or whether we just flip the page and go right to App State. I've done both at different times throughout the year, so I'll just have to kind of watch it tonight and then, just trust my gut on that. But you don't really know the right answer as a coach. Like I said, you just got to kind of trust what you go with, but might end up, probably leaning towards just flipping the page and moving on to App State. Yeah.
Great. Thanks, Coach.